Okay, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to those of you. It could be a morning, could be afternoon, could be evening. We're Greg and Mena Warmbier, super excited to share some amazing technology with you today. It is a cooler day here today, but I think we're still warmer than most places up north, and it looks like we're freezing. Our Zoom is freezing.
Yeah.
Okay, what is going on here? Hopefully it's fine, so we'll see. But anyway, we're going to be talking today about the X39 stem cell activation patch. I'm going to have kick off with my wife, Minna. She's from South Africa, thus the beautiful, amazing accent. So Minna, you want to say a couple quick things and we'll get started?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you everyone for jumping on, whether you're in the States or South Africa or Europe or anywhere in Australia, maybe New Zealand. We are so happy to have you all on, and just want you to know that this is a safe place for you to invite your friends to. If you're wanting them to come and see what you're seeing, this is a place where you can bring them on a Monday. We're always here at the same time, whatever time zone you're in. If you're brand new on here for the first time, please put in the chats who invited you. Just so that we know, and you will get back with them once this presentation is done. We do not want to go past the hour, so we will be done before the hour is over, but we want to share this amazing technology with you. We're not medical professionals at all, so we're not going to say that it actually cures or mitigates any challenges or conditions you have. But the 3 years that we've been involved with the company, we've seen amazing results with a lot of our friends and family. So we feel it is our moral obligation to share this with you. We do a very high level overview of the company, the founder and inventor, as well as the product. And then we then transition to a high level overview of well, what's in it for you when you share compensation? How does that work? What does it look like? We don't go in depth, but we're just here to educate, to share, so you can make an informed decision when we say goodbye.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and it's great. As I said, welcome to the South Africans, the Europeans, and even those who are in the United States from South Africa. So we're talking to you. So anyway, so super excited to have you guys, everybody on here. Again, our whole role here is to make sure that everybody here understands the technology. So we're going to go over brief information on that, and there's more information that you can check out. But I always tell people the best way that you really want to do research is put this patch on, and then you get 30 days to research all that you want, because they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. We'll talk more about that. But the reason that we found out about this specifically is because I had a car accident back in 2016 where someone slammed the back of my car, totaled my car, damaged my neck, my shoulder, my back. Later on, I had a knee injury that affected my right hip. So I basically had 5 areas of my body that had issues. And my friend told me about this patch. My friend Ken Burke, he said, you got to try this patch. I was honestly like, I don't know if this thing's gonna help, but I said, I'll try anything. Well, to my shock, 3 days later, no issues with my neck, my back, my shoulder, my knee, my hip. I'm like, what in the world is this? How does this work? I was out of pain for the first time in 6 years, and I'm like, whoa, well, how does this work? And so when I researched it, I'm like, this is real. This is like, whoa, this is like real technology. And I had one of those aha moments last week. It was exactly the same. It was like a lightning bolt type moment, like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. This is awesome. And so we're going to play a really quick video for you that kind of explains a little bit more about the company, the team that we're a part of. All the biggest things that we talk about today are on the website. But I want you to understand, we're going to share a video with you. It's 3 minutes long, more than I can share in 30 minutes. But what this product really does is really ask everybody, have you been patched yet? And if you haven't, just understand this elevates GHK copper peptides. I was just talking to a performance coach earlier today, and she was talking about, she goes, no, I've researched GHK copper peptides. In fact, we do injections for GHK copper peptides. And she goes, so this elevates it naturally, and then which activates your stem cells and regenerates your body. So let me play this quick video, and then we'll get kicked off and get started. Here we go.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills, your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
That is such a great video that explains a little bit more about the company, more about obviously David Schmidt, about the team that we're working with. The first thing that I saw was actually more information about David Schmidt. And when I realized that he's a CEO inventor of the X39, I started researching him a little bit and found out that he's a scientist and an inventor. He specializes age reversing. He's got now over 200 patents. We just heard him recently say he might have over 300 by the end of this year. And in 2008, he focused his attention on basically stem cell research. And this one patch that he worked on for 10 years, $4.5 million into research and development, took 10 years to develop, and so it's changing people's lives. So I started trying to explain to my wife, and she's like, whatever, go get checked out by the doctor. But then she saw the patent, and then for her, that's when everything changed.
Yeah, so I certainly was not on board at all. Wanted nothing to do with a little sticker. Like, what was this going to change, you know? But then when Greg had his results and I didn't hear him moaning and groaning, after hearing him moan and groan for 6 years, and then all of a sudden he does not moan and groan anymore, something had happened. And I took a look at the website. We have a website. And when I looked at this website, I saw that there's a patent registered, and I understand as an attorney, you don't get a patent without doing a lot of research, paying a lot of money, and proving that the product is one of a kind. And then also, you cannot make factual statements in this legal document without, in fact, proving that they do happen. So I started to read this, and I really liked some things that I saw. You know, when I saw that it causes an effect and it provides phototherapy to our human body. I understand phototherapy to mean light therapy. It elevates copper peptide, which I had no idea what that was, but we have since learned, including activation of our own stem cells. So it activates them. I was quite excited. Improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, which I knew was a good thing, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvement in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. So I saw some things in this paragraph that I needed for me. And I thought, my goodness, if Greg's got his results, I'm sure this can help me too. And so at that point, that was September 2022, we decided that we were going to use it and we were going to share it.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting because I didn't understand how it works, and it's a proprietary form of phototherapy, like Mena mentioned. And again, you might have heard this before, or even like the sunlight. We experience phototherapy every day. You know, we're in the sunshine state, so every day the sun comes out, it hits our skin and elevates things in our body, like vitamin D, right? And so once again, the sun is not pushing out vitamin D; it's pushing out a frequency of light that interacts with our skin, which is our biggest organ, that elevates vitamin D. What this has in it is actually got patented nanocrystal technology, but it's got no drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants, and it reflects our own body's light. We emit light 24/7. So some people think, well, you got to be in the sun to wear this? Or no, we emit light. So if I put on night vision goggles, we emit light 24/7, 365. And what this does, it reflects our own body's light. So our light from our body hits the patch, reflects back in a very specific frequency that elevates copper peptides, the GHK copper peptides. And so the part that I was blown away by, I was like going, so you just got to stick this on your skin and that's it? And it's non-transdermal. Nothing goes in the skin. It just acts like almost like a mirror, and it's not evasive, which is amazing.
So the benefits of X39, very, very exciting. Health and wellness, that people are experiencing optimum health and wellness, improved exercise performance, which, we like to work out. We also like to hike. And honestly, that's been a game changer for us. We don't have those aches and pains when you're climbing, improvements in strength, a big one, improvements in stamina, the ability to go, healthy energy flow, and it has no drugs and stimulants. That's amazing. So, David talks about achieving optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being.
Yeah, and what's great about, we could talk about a lot of things. We get pages and pages. We're just highlighting a few different things here today. The long-term results you can find on our website on thisisitinfo.com. And if you go check it out, you're going to see these different case studies. And one of the things they found out was it actually resets genes. So they've been studying the GHK copper peptide for basically since 1977. There's over 161 case studies on that alone. And it resets genes. 4,000 plus genes begin to reset to a younger, healthier state. Now we heard about this, is that we've got 12,000 genes. So a third of our genes start to reset, but your body goes into a reboot and it basically starts helping in your body. I don't understand it. All I know is I can feel it. You notice a difference. The second part to that was that I didn't realize, I heard about other people talking about, things that reset genes. You might have heard like resveratrol that's in red wine. People talk about, it's healthy to drink red wine. Resveratrol is now in a lot of these other supplements. They call it their hero product. Well, that resets 2 genes. This resets 4,000, so a little bit of a difference. Second thing is your brain becomes balanced. I remember this within about 6 weeks, so it's not overnight. It takes time, but your brain becomes balanced. Your body starts going to homeostasis. Your collagen levels increase. This is usually months later. Your collagen levels start increasing to the point we've seen people where they've done tests and they said it's 200, 300, 400% higher, which is great. Heart reverses in age. Potentially for some people, years younger. It's amazing the difference on that. That is huge. And so when David Schmidt says this is not anti-aging, it's age reversing. And it really is an age-reversing product. I said, that's a pretty bold statement, but he backs it up scientifically, and you start feeling it. It's pretty amazing.
So how do we wear the X39? Pretty simple. We wear it for 12 hours. So really, you wear it when you're in your day. It's recommended. It's recommended you wear it in your day when you're awake and busy, because it elevates, activates, and regenerates our own stem cells. And then you remove it when you're resting, which is generally for most of us in the evening, and because it your body rests, repairs, and rejuvenates, and you just keep doing the same thing every day. So you have one, you take it off, you throw it out, and you put a new one on the next day, because there are 30 in here, so one for every day. And you also stay hydrated. Hydration is drinking good water with
lots of good water.
Good water with minerals. So you don't want to be drinking reverse osmosis or purified water where they've stripped it of minerals. And if you are drinking anything like that, you want to replace the minerals, for like avocados or cucumber, or Celtic salt is a good one. And here the graphics show that the patch has been being placed underneath the belly button or behind the neck on the C7, because when David did the trials and the testing, he wanted to be consistent with the way he tested it, and so he used predominantly those spots. But we have heard David say numerous occasions when we've been at meetings with him that you really can put this patch anywhere. Put it where it hurts.
Yeah, just stick it where you need it, so which is nice. And so the only other thing that we mentioned about this too is that I set my alarm, because a lot of people say, oh, I forgot to put my patch on today. So I got an alarm on my phone, 9 o'clock in the morning, it says put on X39, 9 o'clock at night says take off X39. You can put on 7 to 7, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be exactly 12 hours, but you want to wear it and then obviously be able to take it off. So the testimonials of X39 are very emotional and life-changing. And so again, we have a lot of people that we could have them share testimonials. In fact, next week we're going to have some pretty amazing testimonies we want to share. But the one thing that we do recommend is going to thisisinfo.com. At the very top of the website, there's a testimonials tab. When you click on that, you're going to see all these different words. When you click on any of the words, it'll be a drop down for all these different videos that you'll be able to watch where people have had actually amazing results, from the patch. And the one thing that we tell people all the time is we never know how long it's going to take. Mine was 3 days. My wife was like a week and a half. Some people it takes months. Everybody is different, but for typically all the studies they've done, that 97% of the people within 90 days got amazing results or got basically noticed something significant and changed. 97% in 90 days. But the rule of thumb is for every decade that you're alive, you should be basically wearing at least 1 month's worth. So me being 55, I should be wearing it at least 5 to 6 months to see the full effect. And I'll tell you, within 5 to 6 months, I was seeing the full effect. It was pretty amazing, all the benefits that we saw. But in here, it's got the patents, it's got everything else. When you scroll down, you'll see all the different stuff in there. But go to This Is It Info for more information. Like I said before, the best way, put the patch on, get the patches, put them on, wear them every day, and then you'll start noticing a difference right away. But then you get 30 days to do your own research.
Yeah, and the great thing is, my goodness, all these numbers show where this company is going to. At the time that Ken and Diana Berg actually shared this with us, we had no idea that this company LifeWave actually existed, and they were already a 20-plus-year-old company, which says something, okay? And we're open in over 75-plus countries around the world. So someone thought of you today, and they invited you to see this because it's just too good not to share. So 2021, the company LifeWave was sitting at $20 million in revenue. And then look what happens in 2022, all the way through to 2025, pushing for $1 billion. So there's been upward growth to $320 million, 430 to 600 million US. We've been part of this, okay? Yes. And pushed to close at $1 billion, which I hear they came really, really close. And they will be over $1 billion this year, US dollars. So it's an upward growth. We're tied in with the best company right now, the fastest growing in the network marketing space, and we are not stopping because everybody needs to know about this.
Yeah, the gal I talked to today earlier, the performance coach, she was saying, I've never heard of this. She goes, if this works, I said, no, it works. She goes, you know how many people I know, the PGA and this? I'm like, yeah, I know, it's amazing. So we're also the number one momentum ranked per businessforhome.org, number one momentum ranked network in the entire world, growing by leaps and bounds. And we always tell people that this is the greatest breakthrough in the medical industry, in the field of regenerative medicine ever. And then now we got the award to prove it. So it's LifeWave wins the 2025 Biotech Breakthrough Award. LifeWave product wins the Stem Cell Innovation of the Year in 2025 for the Biotech Breakthrough Awards program. Thousands of nominations from over 15 different countries, and they picked X39. They said this is the best product out there by far. Stem Cell Innovation of the Year, absolutely amazing. So again, the one thing we want to do is kind of shift a little bit and talk to you more about from an opportunity standpoint, because obviously if you don't know about this, 99% of the people don't know about this either. So what we do is we do word of mouth marketing, and we're going to share some different things. But I've had some people that have said, well, is there a way that I can get my product, like become a brand ambassador? I said, well, actually, I said we become brand partners, and we now have our own business. We become a wholesale brand partner. We get the product at wholesale, and we can help others do the same. So you can start making money. And so for us, I was working a full-time job, working in digital marketing, having other businesses on the side, my wife being an attorney, doing all this work. But for us, we were looking for some of these things. We wanted to have more family time. My wife actually being from South Africa, her whole family's in South Africa. Her mom, her brother, sister, are all there. So she wanted to spend time with her nephews, everything else. We didn't have a whole lot of time. The other thing is security. That was something that we were looking for was, again, financial security. I'm not talking about security like barbed wire fences and bars on your windows and stuff like that. I'm talking about financial security. We love the idea of travel. We now have been able to travel more in the past couple of years than we have in, I can tell you how long. And so it's been amazing. And so that's the other thing that's kind of nice. We'll talk more about that at the very end. Again, better health. Your health really is your wealth. And that is something that is amazing for everybody when we show them that it's a way they can become healthier. When their family becomes healthier, things change. Yeah. It's amazing. Also, less debt. How about zero debt? For me, the number one word for me was independence. It's not on here, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to get out of my job. I don't know if anybody else has a job where you're being micromanaged or something you really don't care about. They said 85% of people don't even like the job they're working. That was me. I was very good at it, but the management style changed. And with the help of my wife, the help of God and our team, within 14 months was able to replaced my six-figure income. Months later, fired my job. January 8th of 2024 was my llast day. I fired my job. Literally, I fired them. I'm making more money part-time. They can pay me full-time. And we walked into Land of Living. Our business has exploded since then, 4 times the income. And so it's just been amazing what's been going on. So we want the same thing for you. So if you want to, in the chat, type in what out of all these different things. It could be something else. It could be something like no mo job, whatever it is that your dream is. Feel free to put it in the chat. I tell people if family's important, you put it in family. If security is important, some people are like, I just want to be debt free, or I just want to be able to travel. Because again, we want to help you to accomplish that. So again, put in the chat, maybe some things that you want, because we're going to talk a little bit more from a business standpoint.
So, I know a lot of you are in conventional business or have been in conventional business like we are still. And, there's a big difference between a conventional business and LifeWave business. Conventional business, I know, has a really high startup cost, okay? Yeah. And it's still ongoing, because overheads take a lot of your money, to keep the lights on. LifeWave business has very low startup costs. So we have people who are able to get started with us wherever it actually fits their pocket. We're not, it's not like only for certain people, people who have a lot of money. High risk when it's a conventional business, because it really is dependent on you. You need to kind of figure it all out for yourself. And LifeWave business has a 30-day risk-free trial. Everybody gets that. Amazing. Long hours in conventional business, I know all about that. LifeWave business, you make your own schedule. That's what I love about this. You can work this around your life and fit it into your life. Trial and error for conventional business, whereas here we have with LifeWave a 20+ year track record. Yeah. And we just saw the upward trend. We showed that to you. So, it's a no-brainer. For us, it was definitely a no-brainer.
Exactly. And our neighbor, we just had dinner with them last night, and they're talking about their daughter working 70, 80 hours a week on a traditional business, basically conventional business she's trying to launch right now. He's invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in that. I'm like, that's a conventional business. This is what we're doing, and they're very interested in what we're doing now. It's pretty interesting. So opportunity happens by creating solutions. So the current problem to solve is that the market is oversaturated with illegitimate products. There's so much stuff out there that just is, I'm just telling you, I've tried a lot. I'm telling you, I've tried probably 100 different things going through the 6 years of all the different problems, and all of it helped a little, I should say. Some of it didn't do anything. But we have patented phototherapy technology that literally, for me, changed everything. Financial struggles are real. This is something for a lot of people, and duplicatable business model that can help people get out of those financial struggles. Poor health and wellness. How about optimal health and wellness? Those are solutions, and that's what we help people with. So it's pretty amazing. So we're going to talk a little bit about the business. There's really 9 ways that you can actually earn income from this. And so what we're going to talk about is really a couple different ways to kind of highlight them. And the very first way is they have something called a binary. So what happens is that when you care, you share. So what we do is we help you become a brand partner. And you say, I know some people that may have some needs, or I know some people that want to make some extra money. So getting started is as easy as placing friends and acquaintances left and right, meaning getting them registered. So this could be a sister. This could be a best friend. This could be a cousin, and this could be a neighbor, right? So just find 2 left and 2 right. This is the start starting your business and you start growing. The best part about a binary is that you get people above you that are also placing people underneath you as well, and your organization automatically starts growing. And these people start putting people in. This person puts people in. This person starts putting people in. And so there are really four types of ranks that they have. They got basically manager, director, executive, and presidential. But they got 1, 2, 3-star manager. I'll show you 1 and 2 in a minute. 1, 2, 3-star director, 1, 2, 3-star executive, 1, 2, 3-star presidential. All this is these are different ranks. As you start qualifying for higher and higher ranks, you can make more and more money. These are the caps, the weekly caps that actually it goes to. So when you hit a higher rank, you can weekly cap even more. But even at the very first 3-star manager, making up to $1,500 a week is pretty significant for a lot of people. I mean, I used to say 30,000 Rand. Now it's probably like 25,000 Rand because of the Rand dollar exchange. But when you understand the dollars and that's per week. Now it doesn't start there. It starts at 100 and 200 and 300 and 400 starts growing from there. But you're capped there at this level. So as soon as you get close to the cap, you start going to the next level, go to the next level. So but you can make up to $25,000 a week just from this one way. It's capped there. Not a bad cap, $1.3 million a year. But once again, I didn't like caps. And so there's some things that Menno I'll share in a second. She'll share in a minute. But that was, we really like about the unlimited part. But the first thing we do is we help people launch. So this is a launch meeting. We tell people, hey, let's help you do your own individual launch meeting. And our goal is help you, basically we call it out of the gate in 48. So within 48 hours, we help you at what's called 1-star manager. So as a 1-star manager, you put 1 right, 1 left, and basically it got to be at what's called 300 points and 2-sleeve subscription. Now you got basically $25 that you're going to earn additional above and beyond all the other bonuses. And we're like freezing for some reason. The next meeting, remind me to reboot my computer. So again, what happens out of the gate in 48, and then we want to help you do also within a week. So we always say, within a week, left and right by Monday night. So by next Monday, we want to help you also put another one left, another one right. Now you make up to $50 basically for the next 8 weeks, which is pretty amazing. But this is the one that my wife got very, very excited about, was actually this unlimited portion.
Yeah. So I don't like anybody telling me that I max out and I can't do anymore. I love the fact that the mentor matching bonus is unlimited earning potential, because you have the potential to earn off 6 generations. So for example, Joyce Johnson shared this with Ken and Diana Burke, and they would be first generation to Joyce Johnson. Ken and Diana Burke shared with us, which we would be second generation to Joyce Johnson, but first generation to Ken and Diana. And then, for instance, we share with Linda. Linda's third generation to Joyce Johnson and Wayne, and would be first to us. So no matter where the people are, you earn up to 6 generations. So your first generation, say, for example, Afifa, you introduce us to your sister Nazreen, and she would be first generation, and then Nazreen, goes and shares this with 20 people. You're going to have all those 20 people part of your second generation. Okay, so it's not all dependent on your personal connections. It's who do those people know? So who, the person that you share with today, who do they know? Because you have the potential of earning off of them. And it is unlimited in the sense that you can earn off every single person, maxing up to $20,000 per week. Per week. So it maxes,
per person.
And it could be 100 people that you max on, or it could be 10 people. But imagine making $200,000. I mean, $200,000, a week. That is amazing. And there are people that are doing this. So it's not like it's pie in the sky. It is happening. And it's just a matter of whether you're going to make the decision to get started.
Exactly. You bring as many people as you want. They bring people and bring in people. And that's how we get business all over the world today, in 41 countries around the world, which is pretty amazing. And so the other part is that this is its system allows you to duplicate your efforts. And this is kind of what happens. You bring someone in, and they bring somebody in, who brings somebody in, who brings somebody in, who brings somebody in, who brings somebody in, and this starts fanning out. and that's the one thing that's nice. Some people go, well, that's not like a pyramid. No, pyramids are illegal. So again, this is legal in over 80 countries around the world. And I tell people all the time, this is set up as a network. When you understand network marketing, or what they call, multi-level marketing, whatever it is, that's the kind of the category. And it's been legitimate since the 1930s or whatever. So it's pretty amazing that when you understand how businesses work, it's like, this is how you can duplicate your efforts. So how we get started pretty easily, we got what's called an application. We always have an app in our lap, so when we're talking to somebody on the phone, I say, I've got your name, I got your phone number, I got your email address, what address you want this delivered to, right? And then we just put it in the system. So what we do is want to make sure you get the product at wholesale. So when you buy basically a sleeve, if you bought it retail, it's $150 retail. And again, I tell people all the time, we would rather give it to you at wholesale. I'll say, do you want to rate retail, or would you rather get it at wholesale? And then once the people say, yeah, I want to get it wholesale, I say, would you also like the opportunity to get the product for free? They're like, yeah. How do I do that? So we have 4 different packages that you now can actually get the product. So in order to get it wholesale, you got to buy at least 3 sleeves to get it wholesale. And I always tell people, if you want to build a business, we recommend getting the advanced, which is 6 sleeves, the advanced plus at 11, or the premium at 20. Now, you don't need 20 sleeves. And it's not to buy more products so you can just hand them out and sample and everything else. A lot of companies out there, they sample. We realize sampling is not really the best way to do this, because we don't know if it's going to take 1 patch, it could be 10 patches, it could be 30 patches, it could be 3 months, you never know, 90 days worth. So the one thing that we do know, that if someone says, I want to buy these, what we do is we get them registered. Then we do say, tell you what we'll do. We'll lend you one of our sleeves, and then you can actually, when yours comes in 3, 4, 5 days later, just give us one back. So that's a great way. That's for people who ultimately do that locally. If someone says, says in Sweden, I want to sign up, we can't just, hey, let's just lend you one. So they just order it, they get delivered to them. But locally, you can meet with people and talk with them and lend them. So we just start doing that. We call it place and replace. We place it, they replace it, place it, replace it. But we started doing that, and we bought the biggest package, and we made this money back in 2.5 weeks. Now, we can't guarantee anything. I'm just telling you our story. So the interesting part is that everybody's different. So our first month, we made almost $3,000. We have people that have made no money the first month. We have other people that have made more than us the very first month. Everybody is different. It's based upon you. But we do know all it takes is for you to get started wherever you want to get started, and we'll help you do that. The best part about this is that if someone starts here or even starts here, they say, well, I want to get the premium, but I can maybe only start at the advanced. Well, what happens, you get the 6 sleeves, you pay $535, which is a great deal. It's less than $90 a sleeve. Then what happens is that when you actually say, I want to upgrade to the premium, you just pay the differential between the 2 prices, and you get the difference in the patches. So they give you 14 patches, and you pay the difference in the prices. So when I saw that, I'm going, that's one of the most fair programs I've ever seen. But also on the premium, they allow you, once you're premium, you don't have to buy any product for 90 days because you got plenty of product. They give you a 90-day window, so they give you points, and you actually earn points for the next 3 months. So if you said, I want to be at the premium, start in January, cover January, February, March, you got to buy product in April. To me, that's what we loved about it. It's the best bang for luck. That's why it's the best choice. And then we get some people set up automatically so they continue getting the product, and people love this product, which is fantastic. So you want to talk a little about this?
So we shared the website. This is at info.com, and most of you on here that have seen this opportunity or have seen it for the first time, you probably have seen this website already. So it is not a place for anybody to purchase product, but all the information is on there. I share this website with a stay-at-home mom as well as doctors, so it has something for everybody. Then this is at team.com. If you say, hey, you know what? I want to find out how I can make my money back, or how I can get my product for free. Well, this is at team.com is the website. It's like your textbook. When you go to college or university, you have a lot of textbooks that show you how to become or to move in the direction of that which you want to be moving. So what is your dream? What is your why? This is the how to. It's all on there. It's all on there. So it shows compensation plan more. It's not just a high level, it's little tutorials of exactly how people earn here. What is our system? So what is everybody doing that's actually allowing them to win? It's on there. How do I get paid? That is how you set your e-wallets up. How do I go manager 1, manager 2? It's all there. So when we decided that, hey, we were going to go out and share this with people, what do you think we did? We plugged and played. We don't pay for these websites. They were already given to us. These are the tools, free. I mean, when you start business for yourself, what have you done? You call the website guy in, come and create a website for me. I need to be out there, social,
Yeah.
we didn't pay for this, but it has everything that we need to win. So we took advantage of this, and now we share it with everybody because we want everybody to win as well.
Yeah, and this is, if you think about continuing education, a lot of your professionals, you could be a realtor, think about continuing education, what you've got to pay for, the things you got to do, everything else. This is all included with it, which is amazing, and that's something that is uncommon for this industry, which is fantastic. So really, the thing is, really now is the time to make your move. If you're serious about your dreams, and I was going to read a couple of these different things in here because I saw, once again, someone said, Linda said, I'd like to, unprison myself, short term. Some people say,
she had a long-term goal.
Yes, and then also the financial security and freedom to bless my family with trips and experiences. That's from Chuck Williams. Joan says, I want to have my own business
that can support me.
And my retirement age.
Yeah.
So other people, long term, rescue farm that will be, sanctuary for people to learn about X39 and Jesus. Amen. That's awesome. So Joan talked about love. And once again, dual mission. So you start thinking about whatever your dream is, everybody's doing. There's Brendan, recurring income, giving to my family and family to come. There you go. And so being able to do that, the part that I love about this, it is residual income. Some people don't like us using that word, but it's the way that's what happens. But if something happens to me, we're creating legacy income. If something happens to me, my wife continues getting the income. For most people, if you think about your normal job, if you keep on working a job, but if something happens to you, is that company going to continue paying you spouse? The answer is no. I'll tell you that right now. So what happens with this becomes long-term. So there really is hope for your future. And we tell people all the time, if you've been looking for something and praying for something, there's hope, which is amazing. So we always tell people, get back together with the person that actually talk to you about this. We highly recommend saying, hey, I want to get started, pick out what package it is. And when you fill this out, welcome to the team. We want to welcome you. We're excited to be partnering with you. We want to be able to impact your friends, your family, people because every day you're going to be bumping into people right now. I can tell you right now that have challenges, and you're going to realize, wow, this is an opportunity that can change people's lives. So the last thing I want my wife to kind of share about the next couple of trips that are coming up.
Yeah, so the amazing thing is there are 9 ways to earn in this opportunity, and this is the 10th way. So that is free trips. And when I say free, it's not free. We earn them. We qualify for them by doing certain activities. What do we do?
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
All we do is share. Now, if you are eating at a good restaurant, what are you doing? You're calling your friends. You're telling your family, hey, by the way, you have to go eat there. They're not compensating you. A good movie, you have to go see that movie. They're not compensating you. We share this and we tell people this is going to do some amazing things for you. We don't diagnose or give them any guarantees, but we know it's helped us. So we love people. We want them to experience it. And when we share it with them, the company compensates us. And this is one of the ways. So we've been on 7 free trips
we're going
already.
On our 8th, actually.
So
we're the week after. Yeah.
2 weeks time, we'll be going to the Bahamas. We'll on a cruise to the Bahamas, which is so exciting. In fact, there were like 600.
600 people, and this is a team.
600 winners from This Is a Team alone.
Yeah.
And guess the next trip we're qualifying for here in the United States and Canada is Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
So we're still in qualification. We have some wonderful people and friends on here that have already qualified.
Yes,
and we're catching up. But for South Africa and for Europe and for Asia, for Australia, New Zealand, it is Budapest. So you want
this is going to be awesome.
You know what? If you like the idea of not paying the airfare, not paying for accommodation, and traveling,
VIP travel everywhere, and it's amazing.
They pull out all the stops. I'm going to tell you, we have the best time, and we've become family with the people that are in business with us. They are family. Every time we see them, it's like a big family reunion. The community is amazing. So you'll love all the serendipities. But you know what? By qualifying for these trips, you're actually moving up the ranks, and you're helping people to move up the ranks. So it's not just, let's go on a trip. This is helping you to create that financial freedom for your family, to bring the mom home who wants to raise her children without sending them out there, to pay some medical bills for your aged parents, or to put your children in college. So, it's just an exciting opportunity, and we have what nobody else does have, and we're the fastest growing team. in all of this company, LifeWave.
Yep.
And LifeWave is the number one in the network marketing space, momentum company. So you want to make a decision to jump on now. So if you haven't made a decision yet, I highly recommend get back with the person that invited you, and we'll be reaching out to you too. If you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to help you.
Yeah, we're going to do a team meeting also in 20 minutes. So those of you that are part of the team, please jump on that. It's actually our team meeting that we're going to be doing, explaining more about how to qualify. There's 4 weeks left to qualify for these trips for both Budapest, or if you're in Europe or South Africa or Australia or New Zealand. And then for people in the United States, North America, we're going to be going to Hawaii. We're going to talk to you about how to do that. We're going to play some videos of some top leaders that have helped people qualify in 10 days. So again, if you like that idea of qualifying for this trip, we can share. Even if you just started today, we can help you to qualify for that. And you have a huge advantage because you can just expose this to a lot of people. But again, I always tell people, get started. We'd love for you to be a part of our team. We'd love to be part of what we're doing here. If you've said, I've always wanted to be part of something amazing, this is amazing. It truly is. And this is it. So again, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who did jump on. And for those of you who there where it's ice and snow,
oh yes,
just bundle up. We're thinking of you. Yesterday was 80 here. So it was nice and warm, but we are getting cooler weather right now. Not like Sweden, I don't think, Linda, but
or northern up north. I mean,
so good to have you all on, and we're excited to see our Miami down South Florida team tomorrow. Angela, I see you on here, so
we'll be seeing
we're
you tomorrow.
excited to come that way and to share with you and fellowship with you.
I wanted to share that too, because if you know anybody down in the Miami area, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, all that whole southeastern Florida area. Brendan Duplessis is actually here with his girlfriend. They're actually visiting their team there, so we're doing something, and we're actually going to be doing a meeting
our
there
Spanish
tomorrow
team.
night. Yes.
A lot of our Spanish team is down there, so we're there to help them, support them. And just fellowship with them, which is, we don't get to see them all the time. So good to go down there. But thank you all for being on, and we will see you on the next meeting.
Yeah, like Brenda says, let's go. Bless you guys. We'll see you in about 15-20 minutes. See you in a little bit. Thanks.
Amen, Joyce. Let's continue to change lives.
Amen. Awesome. Bless you guys. We'll talk to you real soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.